So we are just a couple of days away from our first tournaments of Chapter 7, but there might already be a couple of major issues that not enough people are talking about. And in today's video of Clips of the Week, we're going to be going over all of that. Real quick before this video starts though, please subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, as we try our best to upload daily competitive content for you guys. If you guys want to support me even more, far and away the best way to do so is by using code KDOG in the Fortnite item shop. We shout out to people every single video who DM me proof of them using my code. So shout out to these two people on the screen right here. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. Without further ado though, let's start this video off with us getting our first look at what a Fortnite endgame looks like if 3 separate people have the self-revive.
If one of them has self-revive, he can't win though, 'cause he's gonna die to Storm. If they have self-revive, he can't win. He physically cannot win. He'll die before they get finished anyway. Oh my god, maybe he dies. Wait, they're all self-resing. All 3 of them are dead. What the f is happening? All 3 of them are dead. Who wins? What the f happens? We just had an end game where all 3 players were dead.
Okay, so there's already a couple of different issues you could probably tell just from watching this clip right here. One, this is just gonna make heal offs even better. Can you imagine if somebody already has like max heal off with med kits and all that sort of stuff, and they have self revive on top of that? So even once they run out of heals and literally die to storm, they are then going to be able to just be self reviving in the storm. I'm interested to see how this looks with storm sickness, because the way a lot of people also die to heal off is from storm sickness. But if they have the self revive option, does the storm sickness also carry over to their self revive knock? I would assume it has to. The self revive thing in general is already just so broken, and I feel like we should all know that, because imagine if you get knocked in the back of a tarp, but instead of your teammate having to tarp ahead and carry you and res you at the same time, he simply just has to tarp ahead, make sure that you stay in the tarp, and then you can literally revive yourself. I'm not out here saying that like self revive should be like completely removed from comp, because I think it is a pretty cool idea, but there is clearly a lot of different situations where this thing is just absolutely busted. And especially in solos, I've seen a lot of people say that they don't really see much use for it in solos, but for instances like this is almost going to be a necessity to have. Because could you imagine if Moneymaker didn't have self revive here, and then the other 2 people that he literally ended up eliminating ended up winning the game because they would have died to storm after him because he doesn't have self revive, and he would have still lost the game even though he technically eliminated the other 2 people left? Let me know in the comments below if you guys think self revive should still be in comp or not, because this is definitely going to cause some issues. Let's talk about what is going to be one of our biggest off-spawn dramas, but it could already be coming to an end before it even starts. Veno in Cold versus Clix in Higgs. I'm going to show a couple of different clips from Veno talking about how it's not personal drama with him contesting Clix and everything like that.
I actually don't know. Is Higgs good or fun?
Bloodix used to not think so. Bloodix said the reason why, like, we guys, if you remember when we contested in globals, me and Clix, yeah, we didn't 50-50 because Clix Blood thought his drops weren't good enough. I think he's definitely gotten better off spawn though. It's not personal for me. It's not about the person. I just like the spot. The day I stopped liking the spot is the day I moved. That's what it's always been about for me. If I didn't like the spot, I just moved.
I think everything Veno said was completely fair. There's no reason to have any ego over drop spots when we currently don't even have any div cups. We're still months away from FNCS or any real important tournaments. The only like actual decent money prize pool tournament that we have even this entire month is pretty much just the ranked cup finals, and that's not even going to be a set lobby finals. We did get to see a clip of Clix actually responding to him, and this is what he had to say about that.
Veno hit me up this morning, bro. Nah, maybe I shouldn't say that. Basically, like, he needs help getting to America. And my response is, why the f would I help you if you're coming to f on me? Like, am I tweaking? Is that valid or is that petty? I don't think that's petty. I'm gonna be real. He get a work visa because he's in next set. Yeah, but who runs next set? Okay, that's kind of petty. But like, I could get him in America, but why would I be motivated to help if he's just gonna ruin all my streams and tournaments for like, I swear, like, it's petty, but at the same time, it's like there's truth to it.
So Twiz also ended up clarifying in the comments of this that Clix did say afterwards that he will end up helping Veno with his visa, which I mean, W Clix for that, obviously. A lot of the things that he said in this though also do make sense. I mean, Veno literally asking Clix to help him come to NA to basically contest him is such like an ironic, funny thing, but I mean, shout out to Clix for still helping him. That is always the main problem that we see a lot of these pros have when they're trying to move to different regions, is it is difficult for them to get visas. So I'm hoping that Veno is able to get his, but he's not going to be able to come here until around January anyways. And then we just went over all of that for Veno to say today why Wonky Land might not even be a good POI this season and why he might already be moving.
I don't think I'm going to stay here, to be honest.
On the spots?
Yeah. I think with old Surge it would be good, but new Surge makes it kind of mid, and then now they remove Chug Jugs. Because like, bro, there's 2 teams on each hill. Right now the teams are Cond and Noble, right? So they're not on the hill, but we'd be getting sprayed by the hills, like early on into the game. And if that's new Surge, like you're just getting free tags. And you can't do anything about it because it's glue on the POI. I have to build throughout my whole POI.
Yeah, this also makes complete sense with everything he's saying, the brand new Surge being net damage. If he also has to worry about getting sprayed from the hill and losing Surge from that, as well as fighting off spawn, I can definitely understand why he might see this POI as not as good as he originally thought, and especially because they have been nerfing it too, like with things he said with the Chug Jug removal. It's cool to see how locked in and how much Veno has actually been grinding ever since this new chapter came out. You can see how badly he still wants to win. He's been putting in the hours, landing the POI, grinding scrims on EU, and it makes me very excited to see what he's going to be able to do in this next year. I just hope that we get cold on the grind train soon as well. It would be kind of unfortunate though if we don't even get to see a single Veno versus Clix off spawn, because on NA especially right now, that's basically the only big off spawn fight we currently have to look forward to. Veno has been baiting a lot recently though, so maybe this is just another mastermind Veno play here. He's trying to act like he's not actually going to contest Clix, and then last minute he's going to surprise con him once again. I don't really see the reasoning for that, but hey, you never know with Veno. All right, let's talk about some things that Peter was talking about since he has been streaming almost every single day. He said, instead of fragging when I was primed, I was forced into an IGL because my IGL could not IGL. I had to IGL frag and support my team.
The entire year I should have been fragging, and I had to IGL and frag and support my team. That was the problem.
What the hell?
Like I had to IGL more than frag. That was the problem. Instead of fragging when I was primed, I was forced to IGL because my IGL couldn't IGL for shit. That's what it was. So I was forced to not be able to frag because I had to lead.
I mean, if I'm just being real, I don't even know why Ritual is still catching strays, and I don't even really know why it mattered that much. Like, I understand that at the beginning of the year is when Peter, like, to him, he was the most primed up, but we can't act like Peter, Cold, and Ritual were a flop of a trio or anything. They literally won multiple FNCSs together and placed second place in it. He's not even talking about globals here. He's talking about, like, the year in general. And also, it was his decision after season 1 that he wanted to go back to IGLing, and he made Ritual switch from IGLing into a support role. And so, like, yeah, I guess you can make the argument that maybe if Peter was playing with somebody like Acorn, he would be even better than he was. But I feel like also at times Peter's main argument was he liked to be the IGL because he wants to be in control of everything that happens during the game. And I just feel like Peter goes so back and forth on whether he wants to be an IGL or if he feels like he'd be better as a fragger. I don't know. I guess that's just what comes with being able to play every single role. Let's talk about another interesting thing that Peter said, and he said that he would win everything if he played in EU.
Mustache would not have contested me. I would have 12-0'd him if he did. Redline season, I 100% would have won the Redline season. That one I guarantee would have won. Redline season, oh my god, I literally won that season solo. Literally would have won every single turn. I would have won EU Redline season 100%. Poyo was on a blunt every game in the fucking grand finals that season. And then globals, I mean, globals, like, obviously, just slamming everyone on EU, obviously. Next season, I got second. Who won that one? Vico? I'm not gonna lie, give me any two players on EU that are top 10, and I'm winning that grand against Veno. I got 900 points on an NA. On NA? Holy shit, I can't speak English.
So in this clip here, he's definitely talking about the time that he played in duos with Poyo, where they basically won every single thing. And I definitely do think that if he played on EU for that entire year instead of NA, he would have more competition. And I don't think he would break like the 1K point mark like he did on NA and basically just dominate every single tournament throughout that entire year. Globals, he can always say that he would have dominated because he quite literally did, and he was playing against EU and every other single region. He talks in the beginning of this clip about like 12-0ing Murstache off spawn, and I mean, I don't know necessarily if that would happen, but hey, all I'm saying is Peter's been talking a lot of trash on EU recently. I would absolutely love to see it that if Peter and Poyo ended up winning Major 1, if they moved over to EU for Season 2, so we could actually see how good Peter and Poyo would do on EU. Because obviously to me, I think Peter and Poyo still have to have the title of the best duo in the entire world, just because out of every other team we have seen play together, Peter and Poyo have the best track history together, and they're still both in the middle of their primes. But let me know if you guys think that Peter would win every single FNCS on EU if he ended up moving there next year. We got an interesting clip from Veno here talking about what he sees NA as, and he wants to change the definition of tier 1 duos, and he says that there is only 2 tier 1 duos on NA.
Okay, if I want to change my defining on tier 1, then this is about 2 duos of a tier 1. To me, tier 1's like they're gonna win FNCS, you know. But
Yeah.
do I think another gonna win FNCS? No. Do I think Clix will win FNCS? No. The only people who can win FNCS in that region are Pete and Akon's duo. Not counting myself, of course. But like, let's just say I didn't go, it'd be Pete and Akon.
Do you think Acorn is better than Clix? Like their duo?
Depends on meta. But like, yeah, I think so.
Definitely a very interesting perspective from Veno here. I feel like even me myself, or if I'm just saying straight up teams that I feel like can win FNCS on NA, I might have to agree with him. The only other team that I might maybe put in that category as well is Ritual and Agers, just because I do feel as if Ritual is a very underrated duos player. He placed second place last year in duo FNCS with Re, and he had a decent globals performance as well. And then Agers at any given moment can be one of the best players in all of grand finals. But I definitely do like how confident he already seems in him and Cold as a duo. I have seen a lot of people say that Veno and Cold are super overrated and their playstyles don't match. Veno seems very confident going into the future now, saying that he does believe that he is one of the 3 teams on NA that can win FNCS. And if FNCS Grand Finals was tomorrow, I do feel as if Peter and Poyo, Acorn and Bolts, and Veno and Cold would be most people's top 3. We talked about the new Surge earlier. Let's get Peter and Poyo's opinion on Surge trading.
Like, chat, I don't think Fortnite realizes how much, like, the game will actually be, like, taking a toll with the new Surge. Like, no one's gonna want to watch 20 minutes of the game. Yeah. Like a grand. And second of all, I would also like to add on to that and say, for some reason, they're mad that people are trading Surge, but they have the power to ban anyone who is trading Surge. So I don't get why they literally don't just run the old Surge and ban everyone trading. It's not that hard. Like, they need to set an example with somebody, bro. Like, whoever does it, just ban them. It's not that hard. It's pretty fucking simple.
I think if we did have to summarize one thing on why the old Surge was so bad, it does come down at the end of the day to Epic Games themselves and their inability to ban anybody, warn anybody. And even when we originally started to have the Storm Surge trading issues and they banned Cammy and Seti, if you guys remember that, for trading, they literally unbanned them less than a day later. If they made Cammy and Seti the example to begin with, banned them for Surge trading, I really do believe that we wouldn't be in this position today, because people would be scared to trade, and then if they got caught just obviously trading, like, I know you can never really like fully prove if somebody is trading Surge in game, but it is so just obvious, I feel like, and Fortnite never wants to like false ban people. But what Cammy and Seti originally got banned for is nowhere near the levels that we have it at now, and that is where I really feel like Fortnite dropped the ball originally, was just not keeping Cammy and Seti banned. And it's nothing against them, but somebody has to be the example, and now Fortnite literally literally is changing the entire surge. And as Peter said here, it makes the mid game so much more boring to watch because you simply just get some damage and then you literally just don't peek at all. It doesn't reward fighting. It doesn't really reward doing anything in the mid game at all. And I definitely do think that once we start getting some set lobby finals tournaments back, we are going to realize how bad this new surge really is. All right, I feel like we talk about this every single video, but we have another clip of Clix talking about trying his best to get NA East back.
I brought it up to them, but transparently, they can't make a change, that big of a change within a snap of a finger. So this season, this competitive season, no, it's compete on Central and West. But guys, you know where I stand, bro. I'm the biggest East sucker there fucking is. So I'm trying, brother. I'm trying.
I mean, for all of you East fans out there, that has to be a positive sign that he is trying so hard to get East back. I don't really know how realistic it is. If he already pretty much confirmed that we're not getting it back for this season, I don't really know how realistic it's going to be that we even get it back for all of Chapter 7, but also for all of these pros that are about to sign like year-long leases in Dallas for this next year because they believe that it's going to be on Central. It would be pretty messed up for Fortnite to just switch back to East after Season 1 when all of these pros have already pretty much spent the money to stay on Central for the entire year. But as I've been saying, I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens. Some people are still holding out hope that in the comp blog post for 2026, they're gonna announce when East is coming back. But from pretty much everything we've seen so far, it looks like Central is here to stay. FaZe Clan is looking to get back into Fortnite competitive and they want to sign an underrated pro.
We have Epic Whale right now, so maybe.
That's West though. We need someone who's like on Central.
Find me someone. Find me someone.
Find you a Fortnite esports player to sign to FaZe.
Yeah. Find me someone. And if it makes sense, maybe you and Ron could do it together.
There's like an up-and-coming player nowadays, Chad.
An underrated person for them that I think would be super cool and make sense is Ark. I know Ark is currently on an org, but if he got an offer from FaZe Clan, I don't see how he could really turn that down. The one thing that I feel like he would need to start doing is streaming, but he's already playing with one of the biggest content creators, streamers in Canada that also streams every single tournament, so I don't really know why Ark wouldn't just stream as well. But Ark is probably going to be cheap enough because he's still up and coming. He's playing with a super big name in Canada and he can pretty much stream every single tournament too if that is what FaZe wants him to do. I think that would be a cool pickup for FaZe. Let me know who you guys think should be signed though in the comments below. Let's show Peter talking about Fortnite's future and what they need to do to keep Fortnite alive in his opinion.
Chad, do you guys think Fortnite's gonna be around when like I have kids and shit? And then like they're old enough to have kids or no? How long is Fortnite lasting? I feel like the game is going to stay alive as long as they keep putting up prize pool for the pros. I think once they stop putting up prize pool and it starts getting lowered, like if FNCS ever goes under 50k for a win, then I think I'll hang up the fucking gloves.
Okay, I feel like in this clip here, he's talking more about what it would take for him not to want to quit the game. But if we're just talking about in general, I don't think the main player base of Fortnite is a competitive player base. I know a lot of it is, and you can maybe even say that like maybe 30 to 40% of it could be now. But even just more of the like casual competitive player, their determination on whether or not they're quitting the game isn't gonna come down to how much first place in FNCS Grand Finals is gonna get. I feel like as long as Fortnite keeps consistently updating their game with new fresh content that makes people want to play, and I do feel like they need to cater to the competitive player base as well, continuing to pump out different tournaments for pros to play with a decent healthy prize pool for the game, then that is really all Fortnite needs to do. They have the blueprint for success. They're one of the most successful game companies of all time, and that's why I will always be so confident in Fortnite, because everybody says Fortnite always enters like its 17th prime every single time they drop a new update. If there's any game that knows what they're doing, it's Fortnite. Let's talk about some more potential meta things, and I knew something was gonna come from this wingsuit item, and you can actually cancel it mid-air, and this could be so broken for taking height.
Oh! Oh, wait, I did it. I know what to do. It was the ramp.
I know some pros are going to be able to figure out how to do this consistently, and this is about to be absolutely so broken for taking height in the future. I think it is, as Boop said here, it's definitely a skill gap to learn, but once people are able to figure it out, it is going to be so useful. I want to show a funny clip. If you guys didn't know, Hamlins has actually came back. He ended up playing Fortnite, and he literally played a scrim session with Clix, Bucky, and Higgs.
I hit him! Let's go!
Pissed on.
Stop playing, boy!
On me.
Nice!
Got a body. Move. Get back. Nice.
Yo, Chug right here.
I always love when old Fortnite content creators come back to the game and play with pros, especially in like some tournaments or scrim sessions. It's always so fun and funny to watch. Let's conclude this video with Ritual looking absolutely primed up in full clipping Higgs.
27 on Bonnie. So long, I don't want to read that. You have anything or no?
I died.
Oh my.
Other than that though, I feel like we went over a bunch of clips in today's video. Let me know what you guys think about everything we went over in the comment section down below. Remember, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, as we try our best to upload daily competitive content for you guys. Please just go KDog in the Fortnite item shop if you guys want to support me even more. YouTube says enjoy one of these two videos up on the screen right now, so go check them out if you guys haven't already. Thank God for another day, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out, man. Love you, boys.